Killer Kyle Rittenhouse got blasted on social media after bragging about some special ops training that he apparently undergone. He wrote this on Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter. Training with some special ops guys today. Fun content coming soon. And it was with that picture. He followed it up with another image captioned, "I was exhausted after training all day. More training this week." What exactly is Kyle Rittenhouse training for? What? I mean, look, he can't join the military. I know he tried, and he was disqualified from service. For whatever reason, the Marines rejected him. And if I were to guess, it's probably because he has no discipline. If you're going to be in the military, you can't just fire your weapons off anytime you feel threatened. You've got to wait for orders, okay? And that's because you could cause an international incident. You could cause a war. They don't want a loose cannon in the military who shoots people when they throw plastic bags, okay? Members of the military have to stay cool under tons and tons of pressure and deal with people who are more belligerent than Mr. Rosenbaum, one of Kyle's victims, was without killing them. Kyle has shown and proved that he's not capable of that. He proved that he was way in over his head during a very tense, stressful situation and a dangerous situation and has no place in the armed services. So what the hell is he training for? Was he going to be part of the militia? If that's the case, what kind of militia training involves, well, just fruit snacks and gear that isn't remotely dirty? I'll tell you, no training. Okay, this is a photo op. Okay, this is designed to make him look tough, hard to his right-wing audience. Okay, he is still chasing that clout. He's a clout goblin, and he is doing this in order to sell books. He's got books to sell. He's got to make some money because all that money that right-wingers have been giving him has run out. So he's got to get something. Now, this, of course, led to a lot of mockery online, which is always fun. One person says, "Cosplay can be grueling, but nothing helps a guy recover, quite like Welch's fruit snacks and a cooler full of juice boxes." That was broadcaster Jack Kinsey. Another person says, "Big difference between playing soldier and being one, Kyle," said veteran John Jackson. "Carried 25 pounds of kit and sprint 1,000 yards a day while facing constant drone strikes, artillery, and armored assaults, while outnumbered with no air support. Otherwise, you're doing a doughboy LARP. Fun." Another said, "You are a little boy playing little games. The adults are talking, Kyle. Run along now." And finally, James Burke said, "All your gear looks clean, shoes look impeccable, and your pants still have a crease in them. What are you training on? How to style your hair?" Look, here's the thing. I love these responses because it is picking things apart. Okay? Again, he looks way too nice and clean to have been training. Okay? At least doing anything rigorous. But I want to go to how sad it is that these are right-wing heroes. Kyle Rittenhouse is a right-wing folk hero. Okay? And it's always, I think I've noticed along with everyone else here that these people become heroes usually because of something terrible. They do something terrible. Ashley Babbitt, for example, broke into the Capitol building and was shot by a police officer. Derek Chauvin, a police officer, had kneeled on the neck of a black man until he died. George Zimmerman, hero, for shooting a kid armed with Skittles and iced tea. It's weird. It's almost all of their heroes has something to do with death, with killing. And that's it tells me that these people are a death cult. They don't appreciate life. They celebrate death. They don't think life is special or worth protecting. Regardless of what they claim about the unborn in the womb, they would, as we've seen through laws in Texas, for example, they'd be more than willing to sacrifice the mother to save a baby that has no chance of survival anyway. They would rather have them both die. Not exactly pro-life. They cheer every time a police officer kills an unarmed black person or when Texas executes someone. They're obsessed with death. They're a death cult, and yet call themselves pro-life. And I can't think of anything more absurd than that.